And this spot is actually where I was personally molested. And I can literally feel like the closer I'm getting here, like certain emotions starting to come up. Um, but I think that I don't just think, but I know this is what God wants me to do, because sometimes purpose can be so fruitful that you have a band aid to keep over it and to kind of move around. And so I am I am excited to just embrace this journey. I've learned as a leader that sometimes what you don't do as a leader will cap off the people that are following you. Like it does. They don't have the grace to do certain things until the leader accepts the grace to do it. And so I know this is big for me and for every person I'm called to impact, every person that I mentor, I lead, etc. So yeah, so I'm almost there. And so once I get there, I will bring you guys back on.
A lot of my clients ask me, well, Sean, do I get whole life? All right, y'all. So I want to apologize because at this portion, for some reason, it did not record the volume portion. And so, yeah, I'm upset too. No worries, though. So what I was kind of diving into was how on the night my sisters were taking from us, it was a night that we had family traditions. And you see, yeah, I'm getting emotional. It was a Thursday night where we typically eat spaghetti and have family time. And we were intruded on. We were disturbed, and my sisters were at that point taken away from us. And so I had a very, very bad perspective of family traditions. I hated family reunions. I hated family gatherings at that point because I always felt like, man, something's about to get taken away from me or something's going to be intruded on. Again, getting emotional. And it's so emotional because at this point I start realizing like I'm getting pieces back to my life for the sake of my family traditions that I will build with the family that I will build. And yeah, like I won't hoard or keep things away from my children because of experiences I had. At this moment, I realized I had to heal, not just for me, but for everybody that would come with me.
Hello?
What up?
What's up, bro?
So I am so the house is not here anymore. It looks completely new. And so but I'm in the area, like right here in the area. So I'm gonna let you read your thing.
Alright, I'm about to call you off my iPad. I'm about to call you off my iPad.
All right, make sure it's the 754 number.
Alright.
So she finna call me off her iPad. But now this is a serious moment for me. You can't go forward until you go back. And people don't believe that. They try to live over it. And I did it. I tried to live over it, get around it. And, like, God literally forced me to move back here. And I'm like, why? Like, I want to move somewhere else. I want to be in Texas. I want to be here. And it's not that you can't go there. But going there does nothing for you until you reconcile with pieces of you here. And so I think that is big for me. Like, I'm going to be free everywhere I go now because I came back and got it right with the people, the places, and the things that had essential pieces to brokenness and trauma in my life. I was able to get with my dad, and the situation that he's in, he's sick, but I've been able to meet with my dad, who I hadn't seen in several years. Just God is making it up. Like, he's allowing there to be so much room for restoration, so much room for reconciliation. So yeah, here's my sister. Hello. All right, baby.
Are you say you there?
Yeah.
It's a different house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like it's a whole new different kind of subdivision. It's completely torn down. It's like trailers back here.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, and I think one of the things I was saying is like I think for me that's like a prophetic like the reason you have to reconcile is because what you are still living in actually no longer exists. Like it's already torn down, but it's just not torn down in you.
Wow.
You know, there's no
That's deep.
structure, that's infrastructure, there's no residue of it. Like it's gone, but it's living in you. So why are you still living in something that actually is not livable anymore? Nobody lives in it, and it's not here.
Wow.
And so I think sometimes we're still bound to stuff that don't even have existence anymore. And even with the place I was molested, I went back there and like I couldn't park there because they were over there remodeling, and I think that was intentional for me because like, why are you still bound to something? Like if your trauma place is being remodeled, why haven't you remodeled yourself? Like the place that stuff happened to you is becoming new again. Like
Right.
people will live in something. The place you were traumatized is what somebody is calling a new house. Like, but you're still bound to that place. And I feel like sometimes we reconcile with people, we reconcile with things, but we don't really reconcile with places. Like I've been wrestling with why did I have to come back here? Why did I have to come back here? And then I even, like I told you, I got a prophetic word. Somebody said I'm going to move, but to me it didn't make sense. Well, it makes sense that God would say, yeah, you're going to move. Why? Because I see you doing the work now. Like you're doing the work. Like reconcile with the place. He told Jacob, go back to Bethel. He didn't say go back to a person. He didn't say go back to a thing. He said go back to Bethel, the place where you ran and it all happened. So yeah, it's emotional, but it's like, dang, like God is so intentional about you being what you need to be. And there's certain things that couldn't have opened up, but will after this moment, because it will see me as what I've become and not as what was. So yeah.
So good. So good. Can you give me a picture of like where it was?
Yeah, hold
If it's
on.
possible.
Hold on. I gotta drive back up this part of it because it's literally. Hold on. All right, my sister called me back. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. All that stuff out there. All right, let me read my little so they don't think you plotting or something like that. All right. Dear Vanity, first off, I want to tell you that I'm sorry because you're going to experience so much pain in your young life. I want you to know that nothing that happened to you was your fault. It will be a time that comes in your life that you're going to feel like you're standing in quicksand. I want you to know that you will overcome it all. I want you to know that you are strong and courageous. I want you to know that it's going to be hard for you to trust people because of the things that you will endure. I want you to know that healing doesn't have a time limit for it. Healing is a lifetime thing. I want you to know that despite Frank stealing that normal childhood away from you, God never left your side. I want you to know that your your innocence being taken away from you wasn't your fault. I want you to know that it was your responsibility to be a child, and that's what you did. I want you to know that at the age of 7, you will be called a whore from different people because of the molestation that occurred, but you are not a whore. I want you to know that even though you didn't get the normal childhood, that everything that happened to you molded you into such an amazing woman. I want you to know that you no longer have to allow your past trauma to hold you back from anything that God has predestined for you. I want you to know I want you to know that you are loved, valued, and appreciated. I want you to know that God picked you. I want you to know that you can allow God to love on you because he's not like man. I want you to know that despite the things that happen between you and your mom, that your mom still loves you. Dear Vanity, I want to tell you. I want you to know that your life isn't going to be what you imagine life to be like. You're going to have to grow up faster than you want to. Vanity, I'm writing this letter to you because I want you to heal from your childhood trauma, neglect, and abuse. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are the daughter of a king. I love you so much. May this letter open a new level of healing for you and everyone that's attached to you.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you so much for just being a protector. I thank you for just your yes to God. Like, I think one of my greatest prayers in my personal healing journey has been to, like, for my siblings to experience healing, but I also knew, like, healing absent from God doesn't exist. And so just seeing you over the last year or so embrace God and embrace your own journey and embrace your own evolution, I want you to know that God is, like, well pleased, and that I appreciate, like, how you all have, you, Tana, Erica, like, all of y'all in your own way have stood as some method of protection for me, even in moments that I either did not know, I did not know how to ask for help. I didn't know what protection looked like. I didn't know how to receive protection. But I'm just grateful for God trusting me to be trusted with you all, vice versa, on our journeys. But yeah, I just feel like today marks just a fresh day of reconciliation and personal rebuilding in our own way. And it is my hopes and my prayers that our other siblings will, the light will go out for them to see how important healing is. Hoarding people who caused it does not heal you from what happened. Hoarding people who are participants does not heal you. The greatest prison is the prison we have the keys to. It's not the prison that other people have the keys to. And so I feel like today it's a fresh wind to restore originality and restore our original intent in the earth. So yeah.
I love that. Absolutely. Thank you so much for letting me barge in.
Most definitely. Well, I love you. I'll hit you up later.
All right, love you too.
All right. Yeah, so that was one of my older sisters, and this is real. Like, embracing this so it can be erased. You don't erase the memory, you erase the effect that the memory has on you. And so, y'all, I feel good. Like, I know there's a lot of crying emotions and stuff, but it's a sense of relief. And people don't know that the more trauma and pain you keep in, that stuff actually gets into your body, your bloodstream, your bones, etc. So I just release it. I release it. Like, yeah, it's a day of release. So thank y'all for joining me on this journey. I hope that this is touching and inspiring you to reconcile with places, people, and things where you may have had experiences that tried to take you out. But listen, it's 11:11 right now. So in this moment of double, I just thank you that every person watching this will experience reconciliation with places, people, and things that may have caused them pain, trauma, or try to eliminate them from their existence and evolution as an individual. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share this with somebody. It's only up from here, people. Peace.